What's up, everybody? My name is Lindo and welcome back to my YouTube channel, man. I'm so excited to be here once again, and today I'll be doing part 2 of the winning mindset formula. Now, I would strongly encourage you to go back and watch part 1 of this winning mindset formula, because there I give some really good background insight on how your brain actually functions in order for you to use it to your advantage, in order for you to develop this winning mindset. I also touch on the subject of the conscious mind and the subconscious and how they work together and complement each other in this development of this winning mindset. So go back and check it out. But today we're going to continue right along and talk about your why statement and why it's so important. Developing a why statement is absolutely essential for you to be able to develop this winning mindset, and it will take some persistent effort for you to work on yourself and all the tasks that are required in order for you to achieve your goals. And this why statement is basically the engine that drives you, right? Kind of like the juice, the fuel that keeps you going. It's the daily motivation that you need in order for you to remain consistent in this course of developing this winning mindset. Last week, I encouraged you to write down your goals. It doesn't matter how many they were, but as long as it's things that you actually want to achieve. And I helped you also separate the top 3, which were the goals that you really actually wanted to achieve. And you were able to identify those top 3 because you had a very strong emotional connection towards those goals. Now, it's okay to have different why statements for each of those goals, because you obviously have different reasons why you want to achieve those goals. When writing down your why statements for each goal, it's very, very important for you to be real with yourself and spell out the real reason why you want to achieve your goal. It's not good enough to say, I want to lose weight just so I can fit into my clothes. No, you have to be real. Something like, I want to lose weight so I can look more attractive. That's a very honest reason, right? So you got to be very honest with yourself so that you don't cheat yourself in the process. Because if you don't be honest with yourself and write down the real reason, the truth behind the why statement, it's not gonna work. I strongly recommend that you read your why statement every morning, just so that you can set yourself up for the day. You can keep a copy of it maybe on your phone or on a card somewhere. Like, just keep it close to you so that if by any chance somewhere along the day you get a little bit discouraged or you face a little bit of a setback, you can pull out that why statement and read it back to yourself, just to re-energize yourself, motivate yourself, and to remind yourself the why behind what you're doing. Now, let's talk about the right way to set your goals. When you set your goals, make sure that you set a goal that is challenging. There's no use in trying to set a goal over something that you know you can do. Because if it's something that you know you can do, bro, just go ahead and do it. There's no need to set a goal for it, right? You're wasting time. It's something that you know you should be doing. It's more like a chore. Get to it. Just do it. However, if it's something that's a little bit far-fetched, now that's a goal. If it intimidates you a little bit, when you have that little bit of a doubt that you can't be able to achieve it, that's a goal worth setting, right? So don't waste time on things that you know that you can achieve, but spend the time in setting goals on things that you know are a little bit far-fetched. When setting your goals, you must write them down, like literally pen to paper. There's just something about writing them down physically. Now, from my own personal experience, whenever I write down a goal on a digital device, it just doesn't have that thing. I actually never followed through on them. None of them actually came to pass. But the ones that I literally wrote down pen to paper, like, I've achieved every single last one of them. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 in the Bible, it says, write the vision down and make it plain. There's just something about writing things down that's so empowering, and it kind of makes a mental note that you never really forget it. It always stays at the top of your mind that you need to achieve the very thing that you wrote down. At this point, you don't have to concern yourself too much about how you're going to achieve your goal. We'll get to that a little bit later. But I want you to focus on the format in which you're setting your goals. Now, you can use any format as long as it works for you. But I do have one that I can strongly suggest to you, which is called the S.M.A.R.T goal setting process. This is what it's all about. Your goals must be specific. Like, what exactly do you want to achieve? It's not enough to say, I want to lose weight. But what sounds specific is I want to lose X amount of kgs, right? It's not enough to say I want to earn extra money, but you need to write out the specific amount of money you want to earn. So it has to be specific down to the detail. Your goal must be measurable. It's important for you to be able to track your progress and see how far you are towards attaining your goal. So for instance, if you say you want to lose weight, you gotta be able to measure it and step on that scale periodically to check your progress. If it's income, then you gotta keep track of your bank statements in order for you to see where is the progress in your income. Your goal must be attainable. This is all about believing that you can actually achieve this goal. Now, you gotta dream big, yes, but do you actually see yourself achieving that big dream? Because if you don't see it in your mind, you're most likely not going to be able to achieve it because you don't believe it, right? But it's only attainable if you actually believe that you can do it. Also, your goal must be realistic, bro. You got to keep it real. You can't say you want to lose 20 kgs overnight. That's not being realistic, right? If you say, for instance, you want to learn a new language and speak it fluently in a week, that's impossible. That's not realistic, right? You gotta be honest with what you're working with in order for you to be able to be realistic when it comes to setting goals. And lastly, it must be time bound. You have to set a deadline for it. This one is easy to understand, right? You gotta set a period in which you want to achieve that goal in. Now, once you have set your small goals, it's important for you to then break it down into plans and routines that you can apply on a daily basis. By doing this, you're increasing the chances of you being able to achieve your goal. By breaking it down into small achievable tasks on a daily basis, number one, it boosts your confidence. You know that you are going to get to the finish line. Number two, it builds momentum. It makes it easier, it makes it smoother, and it makes the process enjoyable. Trying to achieve your goals without a plan is useless. That plan is your roadmap. It gives you the direction in which you need to go. Now, when you develop your plan, it doesn't always have to be perfect, but you'll continue to tweak it as you go. In today's world, we're actually at an advantage because we have information at our fingertips. You can easily research the best plan that will work for you online because there's probably somebody out there who has done what you're trying to do, but you obviously have to assess their plan to see if it's best suitable for you. You also need to be accountable. Now, you can't do it without accountability. Accountability is so crucial because it keeps you on track and keeps you consistent as well. For example, with me, there's two things that keep me accountable. Number one, my wife's statement behind the reason why I chose to open this YouTube channel. Number two, my lady, she's the one keeping me accountable, making sure that, hey yo, did you record today? Did you edit your video? Did you upload it? She keeps me accountable because she understands the role that she plays as an accountability partner to push me and to make sure that I don't come up with excuses on why not to do what I set out to do. So I strongly encourage you to find a buddy, find somebody who's going to keep you accountable if you can't be accountable on your own. Now, you most likely won't be able to do it by yourself, especially in the beginning stages. So I strongly encourage you to be accountable to somebody or something. Now, at your workplace, you are accountable to your boss. You are accountable to make sure you show up on time. You are accountable to make sure that you meet your deadlines. It's the same thing with your goals. You are accountable to yourself. You are accountable to the people who are helping you achieve your goals. So don't let yourself down and don't let them down either. Your goals are your goals. They're not anybody else's responsibility. They're yours. Now, when it comes to sharing your goals, you gotta be extremely careful when you do that. I wouldn't even recommend that you tell anybody, especially in the early stages, because it's still a very delicate thing to you. Because sometimes people's negative perspective can discourage you, right? But when you have a strong support structure of people who understand goal setting, you can share your goals with them for as long as you know that they will encourage you and push you forward into achieving that goal. Besides sharing your goals with the wrong people that might discourage you, Also, you gotta be aware of the activity of thinking that's going on in your mind, because your own thoughts can discourage you too. Now, it's important for you to keep your thoughts in check and make sure that your thoughts are in alignment to the achievement of your goal. You cannot allow doubt to creep in, because doubt is like a cancer. It suffocates anything that has life in it. And your goals, your thoughts, carry this life that enables you to achieve these goals. So you gotta be mindful of the activity that goes on in your mind. You know what I usually do? When I have a thought of doubt, I replace it with an affirmation that is in line with the achievement of my goal. I even go to the lengths of saying that affirmation 3 or 4 times to eliminate that one negative thought. I do this because I know that I'm the one in control. I'm the one in charge upstairs. So I dictate the terms. If whether do I go with a negative mindset or do I go with a positive mindset? Now, there's always going to be resistance when it comes to a positive mindset, because it's easier for us to think negatively than positively. That's why I go to the lengths of saying it 4 or 5 times over until I regain the confidence to dispel the negative thought. Can't stress this enough of how powerful positive affirmations are. Now, you might have your own way, but I'm only going to teach you what works for me. Positive affirmations are extremely powerful. They work so well when it comes to affirming yourself and reminding yourself of what you actually want to achieve. You know what they really do? They reprogram your conscious mind and therefore also reprogram your subconscious mind, so that when you have a negative thought come into your mind, you can easily dispel it because it's an unfamiliar thought. You've already filled your mind with the positive affirmations that it's all you believe, it's all you tolerate up here. So positive affirmations is something that I will strongly suggest that you do, especially when you're trying to achieve a goal. You will always have what you say. Your words have power. You are created in the image and likeness of God. And if God spoke in order for him to create this beautiful universe that we live in, then that means your words have power to create too. So when you use positive affirmations to speak in alignment with the achievement of your goal, you are actually accelerating the momentum that you've already gained by doing those small little tasks that move you closer and closer to your goal. Now, if you can apply your positive affirmations over and above that, man, it sets you light years ahead of those you might be competing with. Another tool that you can use to furthermore accelerate your progress is to visualize yourself having achieved the goal. Now, listen to that. Having achieved the goal. Because when you're affirming yourself, you're telling yourself that you're worthy of that goal. So if you're worthy of it, that means you can have it. And if you can have it, that means it's already yours. So then, when you visualize yourself, don't visualize yourself trying to get it. Visualize yourself having already had it. And that, my friend, is extremely powerful, because what you're doing is you're projecting into the future and bringing the future into the present. And when you engage your why statement, which has an emotional connection to it, you then start to assume the feeling of the promise fulfilled, or of the goal fulfilled, or of the wish fulfilled, right? That's when your faith is activated. That's how faith works. Now, I don't want to get into faith right now. Maybe we can talk about it on a different video. But it's important for you to have faith in your goals. Your faith is vital for you to be able to achieve your goals. So remember, your why statement sets the tone. It literally sets up your day. Like I said earlier, I encourage you to start your day by reading your why statement. Do your positive affirmations. Visualize yourself having achieved the goal. Plan your day and start working on each task one day at a time. And do that consistently. And I promise you, you will achieve your goals. Before I wrap it up, I also want to encourage you to start journaling. This is a habit that I picked up very recently, and it has helped me so much in my journey. It's really nice to have a documented record of my thoughts, and I can page back and review how my mindset has really grown over time. So this is a powerful tool that you can also add to your tool set. That's it from me, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know how this video has impacted you. That's it from me, everybody. Peace out.